episode 168 of the AM Nation pod. It is Thursday, May 6, 2021. This is a gaming episode. Lots of gaming news to get into today, including the ongoing trial there between Epic Games and Sony, or Apple, not Sony, sorry. Sony's got other things in the news, including their own lawsuit on their hands, Blizzard laying off people, Apex Legends, new Pokemon Snap, and so much more. As always, you can find the show on your podcast platform of choice. Just search Amalgamation Nation on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more. Make sure you follow it, you share it with a friend, all that good stuff. Leave a review. We appreciate it. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at AMNationPod. Hit the follow button on both of those. On YouTube, search Amalgamation Nation and hit that sub button. If you want to be a part of the show, questions, comments, all that good stuff, leave a voicemail or text the show at 815-556-9089. Also, if you're looking for a really cool way to organize your gaming backlog, or you want to make reviews, or you want to do all that, make cool gaming lists, all that good stuff, go ahead and go download the GG app and search AM Nation Pod on there to find us. I just did my first review today for new Pokemon Snap because it's absolutely fantastic, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Also, you can watch us on Tuesdays and Thursdays, streaming right here on twitch.tv/UndeadBlackBull with David. Make sure you follow him on here and you give him a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, get a free sub a month, so give it to Undead Blackbull. And we're also, for the month of May, raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, doing it for the kids. We're over $100 right now. The goal is $500. If we hit $500, I take a pie to the face live on stream. So go ahead and donate. To look for the link, it's pinned on our Twitter at AMNationPod. David also tweeted out as well at UndeadBlackBull. Or if you're watching on twitch.tv/UndeadBlackBull, it's down below as well. Follow that link, donate, do it for the kids, and watch somebody get pied to the face. Also, if you want good pie jokes, the last Weebisode episode, Junior brought the pie jokes, and Mike might have kicked him out. That could have been part of the episode. I got a lot of those. Got a Mortal Kombat review. We just did our sports episode as well on this past Tuesday, so make sure you listen to all those as well. I am the anime watching booze, cruising Olivia Munn's liking John Cena's following hostess with the mostest himself, Ryan Green Machine Ebner, and tonight I am joined by, from North Carolina, Brendan BK Kennerly. BK, how are you? And what are you playing?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, ready for the weekend and do more pressure washing. But playing more of the show. I thought I was going to get back into Death Stranding, but then John Means threw a beautiful game yesterday, and so I was like, nah, I'm going to play more the show. So I just finished my first full season in the minors. We lost in the playoffs. It was a bummer. To the Syracuse Mets, it was insane. Like, they had Robbie Cano on that team. What's something Almar Jr. Almora Jr.
For the Cubs, Albert Almora.
Yeah, he was on their team, and there was like one other guy that was like in the 80s that was like on the minor league team, and I was like, all right, well, we got swept. Like, it was ridiculous. They were so strong. I was like, this isn't really fair.
Trying to get this AA championship, dude.
Right? AAA.
AAA. Sorry. Oh, my bad. Also joining me this evening, Guadalupe Moyolon Escobar Jr. How are you? What you been playing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Been playing a lot of Genshin Impact lately, and Forza and Destiny.
I was going to say, here's our Destiny 2 update of the week. How are the Titans?
They're disappointing. We keep getting second place because the way the point system works is they tally up all the points by, I want to say, like every 2-3 hours. So you can see banners in the tower go up and down every 2 hours. And every once in a while, you'll see us in second place, and we're like right there at about to break first. 2 hours later, we're back down third. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not trying too hard anymore, is my point.
Hey, Junior, who's in first all the time?
Hunters.
Yeah, get good, son.
Yeah, whatever. Warlocks beat them every once in a while. Warlocks will beat them every once in a while.
I don't even play, but I already know I'm going to rep my Hunter. So.
Wait, who won the first season again, Junior? Just remind everyone.
Titans, baby.
That's weird.
because no one plays.
So they got a
They got a
dub.
dub.
They already have an official dub. They got a ring
Yeah.
before
Yep.
anyone else.
That's right. Banners raised, baby. For the Titans, baby. I did see it really funny because David, you mentioned you're a hunter. I did see someone because like Junior mentioned, the Warlocks were ahead at one time, and someone tweeted the meme, and it's from Infinity War, where Tony's like, "Stop! You're embarrassing me in front of the Wizards." I started laughing so hard. I was like, "Oh man," because yeah, hunters usually are dominating that because there's so many of them too.
There's just so many of them, and
Yeah.
like I said, right now with the gloves off and the way the point system's working, every hunter could literally do the bare minimum and just win pretty much all the time because there's just that many of them.
You love to see it, dude. Groups and numbers, man. Bunches of numbers. Well, Junior, I hope it gets better. How long does it last till?
About another, I want to say a week or 2 weeks.
Oh, we at least got another update in us then next week. That's good to see.
Yep.
Good to see, Junior. Thank you. Also, rounding out the crew this evening from twitch.tv/Undead Black Bull, Undead Black Bull himself. David, how are you? And what you been playing?
I'm doing pretty good, and we got a BK $20 donation in chat.
Nice.
Ooh.
Way to go, BK.
He's covering himself for the rest of the show.
No, that's
I think I've cursed twice before, and so
prior
then
shows. But
and it already had it populated as 20, so I was like, all right, well, I have a 2 curse cushion now. So
yeah,
Love to see it.
I've been playing MLB The Show. I've been enjoying the Diamond Dynasty still. Finally pulled my first diamond card. I got Tahis Jr., who hasn't done diddly nothing in my game so far. But it's been okay. It's better than Griffey because Griffey's been a complete bum, except for one time. He hit 1 home run for me, and that's all that mattered. He's 1 for like 37, and it's that 1 home run.
I go call Francisco Lindor.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
bum.
But yeah, when you have to play, I have to play like I was working on the Hudson Street Challenge, and I needed to because I don't play online. I don't have them live, so the only way for me to complete the challenge, I had to play the Padres on All Star mode and beat them. So it was rough. You throw one hanger to Machado or Tahis, it's over the wall. So it came to the point where I don't throw a curveball or slider. It's just sinker to them. Like it's gonna be a ground out to them. I'm not dealing with that no more. And I ended up winning. And that was the game that Griffey actually hit the 2-run homer. So it worked out great. Yeah. And then I did get promoted to AAA, but I've been working on Diamond Dynasty. I've been working on now because they released the April events. So I've been working on all those. And what's funny is BK, you're gonna like this one because usually I do weekly events. So next week they're gonna have an Orioles because you threw a no hitter. It's always one of the main ones. So that means you're gonna have to do an event for it. To unlock it. And then I tweeted out yesterday. Someone else had tweeted it first, but the Braves pitcher who hit the grand slam.
Yeah.
We basically tweeted MLB The Show. Don't do it. And that's the reason. I'm not gonna try to hit a grand slam with a pitcher. All right. So don't do it. But then I also tweeted hey, I wouldn't mind striking out Freeman with Rizzo. All right.
See, that'd been cool.
What am I doing that one? But we'll see.
That would have been dope.
But we'll see what they think. But yeah, I like how they keep it up to date. They still need to work on their servers, but then again, I don't really play online. It doesn't affect me.
Dude, every time I log in, it's like servers are down, and I'm like, is it my PlayStation? And I go on, I'm like, nope, just MLB The Show.
No, it's their servers. It's just their servers all the time. But it's fine. I usually log on weekly to do, or not weekly, daily to do the daily event because I want to get the daily cards for the month of May.
Yeah.
And for me to get those cards, I basically have to do it every single day because it goes up to 25, and you only get one token per day. So that means I would have to do it. I can't miss any days. I've been logging on every day to do that. But yep.
Yeah, I love it, dude. That's awesome. Glad you guys are enjoying MLB The Show. I've been playing Apex Legends Season 9 came out, so I played that yesterday with my boy Alex and Slap Nuggets Boo. We were playing, and we got a dub, so pretty sweet. We got a dub in the arena mode, which is 3v3, and then we got a dub in trios as well. Shout out to Alex, doing a great job carrying the team. Great on him. But it's pretty fun. I didn't buy the new hero, Legend Valkyrie yet, so I haven't tried her, but Alex played her a little bit. pretty sweet, honestly. I do think the map that like we're playing on, like for trios, is really awful. Like I think it's just really, really bad. But other than that, like I enjoy the game. I hadn't played since like season 4 because I think that's when Revenant dropped. So I hadn't played in a long time. So it was nice to jump back into that. Fortnite just released this like it looks like a Cuphead style skin for one of their characters, like the cat guy. I can't remember what his name is from like 2 seasons ago in Fortnite, but that actually looked really cool. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna do it, but like it looked cool. I like how it was all old cartoony like Cuphead. That was pretty cool. So I jumped on there for a little bit. But the main game I've been playing, of course, new Pokemon Snap. It is fantastic. Will I do a review podcast on it? I don't know. I might. Someone wants to think of questions to ask me, I might. But it's fantastic. It's beautiful. I love it. From the moment I logged in and there was voice lines, like real voice characters or voiceovers, I about fainted. Like I can't say what I really wanted to do because think of the kids. But like I was definitely pretty. Yeah, exactly. I was pretty hyped, man. I was one upping. I was looking like Mario. I was pretty excited. And I was just like super super happy about it. The game's beautiful. The way it looks is awesome. It's just really nice chill game, man. Like probably as soon as I'm done here before I go to bed, I'll log in and I'll probably do a couple of rounds, either one in the daytime, one at nighttime in the new routes, and I'll look for different Pokemon stuff. I've been posting the pictures, and one of the anime groups I'm in, tomorrow's Art Friday, so a bunch of us decided like we're just gonna spam the Art Friday with a bunch of our Pokemon Snap pictures, including the one I tweeted on the show, Instagram and Twitter, where Gurky and Pichu were napping together. Super cute. Not gonna lie, super super cute. So yeah, new Pokemon Snap, fantastic. Like I said, I might do a review show on it. I don't know, but it's really awesome. So I highly recommend it. And it currently, definitely sits at number 1 on my game of the year list right now. It's right there. It's fantastic. It's awesome. It's everything I wanted and more. So pretty awesome. All right, let's get into the news. This happened right the day after the gaming episode last week, and BK was so upset. He was so pissed that this happened the day after. Activision lays off employees at Crash 4 Studio Toys for Bob and switches them onto Warzone Season 3 content. This comes after Vicarious Visions was recently absorbed into Blizzard within the past 6 months. Also, Carlos, I see your comment. Hola, primo. Oh, Mr. Let's do an Invincible podcast every day.
For real. I've only seen one episode.
He's like, whoa. BK, your thoughts here, not as colorful as I'm sure you want to be, about now yet another studio being switched to Call of Duty content by Activision Blizzard.
Well, it's really upsetting, and I think what I was telling you was the most upsetting part is that Toys for Bob, like they don't have they've never really worked on shooters before. That's not their thing. That's the sad part. And then they're not making a platformer anymore like Crash, which the most recent Crash sold well. I mean, it was on the MPD charts multiple times.
Yeah.
And so I just see this future hellscape where we just only have like, as some people call them, like military bro shooters. And that's just like all we have. We lose the diversity of games because we only put teams on essentially just Call of Duty Warzone, or I'll even talk a little crap here about just like Halo or like Battlefield, like whatever. It's like, no, I really, even though I'm not the biggest Crash fan, but I appreciate the diversity in games that there's that not everything's the same, because I think that is important for people, and it helps bring in more people in, and it helps keep gaming fresh, because you're going to get bored. At least I do. If I just keep kind of playing the same style game over and over, I get bored. That's why, usually when I play one open world game, I have to step away for a little bit because I won't enjoy the next one. I just won't. But maybe I'm just weird, and so I hope that maybe another studio springs up somehow and takes like some of the because a bunch of the talent already left Toys for Bob too when they were kind of being told by Activision Blizzard what was happening. They just left. They said, "Here you go, guys. Here's my badge."
Mm-hmm.
You cuck, and walks out the door.
Yeah.
It's just upsetting. I don't know how you guys feel or not, but it pisses me off.
Well, yeah, it's definitely very, very upsetting. David, here, your thoughts now on, kind of like BK said, you took away a studio that had, Crash Bandicoot and a variety of other. I think they, in Vicarious Visions or Toys for Bob, one of the two, worked on the Tony Hawk remake. So it's like now you're taking
Yeah,
that and you're
it's
absorbing that just to
Pyro.
make more Call of Duty Warzone content or more Call of Duty content in general.
Depends on what kind of Warzone content I get. Uh, Now, do I get a Crash Bandicoot skin in my Warzone? Then maybe it'll be fine. But if,
Well,
if
yeah, I
it's
mean, listen, then all bets are off, right? Then I got to reinstall Warzone and all 100 something gigs of it.
So you get the mask.
Warzone that much this season, but for them to start working on season 3 content, obviously they gotta keep relevant, right? They gotta do something new. They gotta do something relevant all the time. As of what they're gonna bring, I mean, they've already released the new map. I mean, it's okay, but I think what they're gonna be doing going forward is like every season's gonna be a modification to the map. It's gonna keep continuing. It's gonna keep changing. It's keep modifying. If they went back in time, I think they're gonna keep progressing slowly. So back to when the map was originally how it was. So they're going to keep building and modifying it. I think that's what they're going to be doing. So I think for that type of stuff, they're going to take, or why they're taking these people and switching them over because they need to modify the map while the existing people are working on current bugs and issues. And hopefully maybe this new team is working on an anti-cheat. That's what they actually need. But as for no more Crash, I don't know. Are they maybe redirecting who works on Crash? I don't know because Sony keeps moving people around. Like, hey, you're not going to work on this anymore. You're going to work on that, and I'm going to take this, put it over there, just shuffle it all around, and then eventually, this other developer team's going to be working on Crash 5 or something, and then so they're definitely not going to let it go away. Maybe because they just did a Crash, they're like, well, we're not going to do another one right away, so let's move this team over to Warzone, and then all right, after Warzone 3 content, maybe they pull them back off, and then they start working on Crash 5. I don't know. It's all on their timeline. I mean, they're trying to keep Warzone relevant, I guess. Maybe that's why. So it's probably the hottest battle royale out. And in order to keep it the best, you got to keep giving content. And since that's probably their biggest money maker right now, just from loot boxes, basically, they're gonna keep doing it.
Right, 100%. Junior, here, your thoughts on Activision Blizzard absorbing basically another studio to work on Call of Duty content.
I mean, without getting into too much detail, both BK and David, hit on the head. It's upsetting to me. It's just a bunch of BS.
Malarkey.
I mean, yeah, it is because, like David said, we're moving one studio, we're taking away a studio from one project just to put it onto a different project. I mean, you don't know what the future of that previous project is going to be. Whether it's just on hiatus, whether they're done for it with good, done with it for good, or if they're going to be working on something new later on and they're going to reshuffle everything. But the first initial news is, that they're laying off everybody from that studio just to switch, other members around. Why? I mean, that's the point where you should be looking at your current team, figuring out what it is they're doing, and try to hire other people to, help them out and not stop a completely different studio just to help out the previous team.
Yeah, for me, the biggest thing is that, you're taking, like BK said, you're taking away diversity when it comes to the gaming spectrum, right? I mean, there are so many shooters and stuff like that, and I complained about this when we talked about what we would like to see, and I gripe on this, and I know it's like a running joke on the show, but like Viva Pinata, like I need more cartoony style of games like that because it's a nice break in the palette. Like it's a good palette cleanser. Like I could sit here and I can go on Call of Duty Warzone, or I can go on Fortnite, or I can go on Apex Legends. I can do all those things. I can go play Skyrim, or I can go get next week's Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You bet your bottom dollar, right? And that's what I'm gonna be doing all next week is playing a lot of Mass Effect. But like to BK's point, you need something, or MLB The Show, or whatever. Like you need something to kind of cleanse your palate, and those are what those great games. I love randomly jumping into Crash Bandicoot 4. Like, and then it frustrates me to no end when I can't figure out a map. Like, it really aggravates me, but I still love that game. And it's the same thing with Animal Crossings or, Pokemon Snap or Pokemon in general. Like, I don't think every game needs to be a shooter or super serious, but like when you take away these studios who have or are working on games like this, it does make it really difficult. Again, I gripe on Xbox about this all the time too, that Xbox needs to like revitalize those type of projects because they're the one missing out, right? I mean, PlayStation has Bugsnax and like other games as well, like Astrobot and a few others. Nintendo obviously owns that entire spectrum, but Xbox should get involved in it too. And then Activision Blizzard, listen, I mean, if it's not going to Call of Duty, I'd be shocked. I mean, I think they, it's between that and WoW at this point, right, when it comes to the bread and butter for Activision Blizzard. So it does suck just to see a studio get kind of absorbed into the machine that is Call of Duty. But then I guess we'll see what happens to it. But good on the ones that didn't want to stick around and they're like, I want to go work on stuff that I want to do. Good on them for leaving as well. We'll get into more devs leaving studios in a little bit. Konami pulls out of E3 because they won't be ready to present. So you won't get Konami around this time at E3. Maybe you get them later on in the summer of gaming. Maybe they'll show some stuff off. Maybe Xbox is going to show some stuff off for them. I don't know. Who knows? Scoop. I don't know. League of Legends animated series Arcane arrives on Netflix this fall. All right. I'm in. I'm all for it. It's like literally what I've been screaming to the mountaintops for Blizzard to do with their stuff. Give me a WoW anime. Give me an Overwatch one. Like, you have these characters that people are attached to. So like, do it. Like, not, they're working on a Diablo one. That's cool. Obviously you've seen now how Castlevania has done so great, right? So I'm all for these studios, these companies to take the chance out there and do it. And listen, Riot Games, the studio that everyone only knows or known for a long time as League of Legends, over the last, I would say 5 years, has done a great job in just amping up everything, right? Where they're not just a League of Legends studio anymore. And that's great. They got a lot going on for them there, so that's pretty dope. Junior, as someone who has played League of Legends, are you excited for an anime from them? Animated series from them, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it because obviously there's so much lore behind pretty much every single character. And obviously there's the big lore of, you got the good guys versus bad guys
right
type of lore. But when you got each individual character's, backstories added into it, I'm really interested to see how they're going to try to pull that off. I mean, like, are they going to focus on, like, a certain, like, main character, or are they going to focus, like, on a main group, or is it going to be more of, like, a documentary type of deal where it's, like, us looking in or whatever type of deal? So, yeah, I mean, there's different possibilities, different ways they can go with it. Obviously, one of the bigger things, that me, you, and Mike especially are going to be commenting on is the animation style of it. Like, how good it's going to look. Is it going to be, something like, Overlord, or is it going to be something like
Dragon's
old
Dogma.
school or Dragon's Dogma? Yeah. So, I mean, if like I said, I'm interested to see how they pull it off.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. This fall on Netflix, check it out. League of Legends Arcane. PlayStation, right? We talked about last week. Discord was not getting bought by anybody. They are going to be focused on going public, and PlayStation said, dope. We're going to invest into Discord. Good on them. They look to add more Discord integration with the PlayStation ecosystem next year, which is dope. It is fantastic. There's so many times my computer's not even on, but I'm doing something on the PlayStation, but I can still now join Discord. I could do the show through my play. No, I can't do that. I got a lot of other things I have to do, but like, you get my point. So that would be really cool. I honestly, what I really hope the main point of this is we start to see other companies do this too, like Xbox looking at you, to integrate with Discord, because it should just happen. It should just be a thing.
Already started it.
Well, because you can use it in their web browser, right?
Yeah, they originally started it first. PlayStation just finally get it on board.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Xbox needs to upgrade theirs though to where it actually fully works.
Yeah, like give me like a Discord app on the console,
which I'm sure they could do easily. They probably wanted to buy a Discord instead.
They said no one wants to use TeamSpeak, bro. We're trying to use Discord. Do it. So that'd be pretty cool. BK, do you have thoughts here on PlayStation or investing? I almost said purchasing. Investing into Discord.
It's a good get. It's a smart move. Hats off to them.
Nailed it. PlayStation's out here killing it. Yeah, to David's point though, yeah, Xbox with their online, the web browser have been doing it. It's just like a little bit of a extra step to do it. So I want to see how PlayStation integrates it. That's my big thing. What does it look like? What's it going to be? As long as it's easy to use. Because I'm gonna be honest, I was using their chat system yesterday to play Apex, and it's god awful. So PlayStation's chat system has always been pretty poor. So good for Discord to get in there.
I thought Xbox Live was always good. I've never had.
I've always loved Xbox Live.
No, Live's always been great.
Yeah.
I'll even join Xbox Live from my PC to chat with people on Xbox and work perfectly fine. That's how people do it for PC to Xbox right now.
Yeah.
Because PC could join the Xbox party chat.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Xbox Live's always been fantastic.
I have no way to do. I always got to use party chat for PlayStation though. Can't. We have no integration with them yet.
It's awful. It's absolutely terrible. PlayStation did another collab with Paul George for another shoe. The shoe is designed after the PS5. I saw like Jeff Keighley and then we're getting them. PlayStation, Nike, listen, I don't know where mine are at. I don't know if they got lost in the mail. If you need like the address, you can hit it up, amnationpod@gmail.com. I'll send you the info. No worries, bro. Look it up. I'm all about PG. Let's get it done. I'm all for it. They are cool shoes, though. They are really cool.
They look a lot better than the console itself.
I don't know. Mine's got a sticker of Bulbasaur on it, so mine's pretty cute.
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
If you get like PG's like size shoe, it may look like the console. I don't know.
I did see like when you zoom into the white part, you can actually see the symbols, just like you can on the console, just like you can. But like I
Can you
said,
imagine like Shaq's shoe, like that size, and he's wearing them?
giant
Maybe the
white
size of
shoes.
TV.
with some
Maybe
blue in them.
maybe
Like
bigger
a
than the
size
PlayStation.
16.
Oh God! Oh my Lord, that's so huge. Because I'm looking at it right now. That PS5 is a chonker. I tell you what, it is a chonker,
It
and it's so
definitely
hard.
is.
It is so hard to make it work on
It's-
my nightstand.
It's a big
like,
boy.
I moved it so many times. Like the one time I had it facing this way, and now I've got it flushed. It doesn't
Mine
work,
works
dude.
out fine. It just fits right behind my TV. You can't even see it.
See, my TV's hung up like this now on the wall. So
my
like,
TV's not hung up on the wall. That's why.
see, then you're good. You can hide it. My brother,
In
Slap Nugget downstairs, he has the dual monitor on his desk, and like it's hidden behind his monitor, but it's like sticks out like a little binder. It's so funny to me, dude. I'm like, this thing is so obnoxiously huge. But yeah, I'll do something with it. But it's got Bulba on it, so it's super cute. Super cute. Number
Nice.
one in the Pokedex and number one in our hearts. There it is, Bulbasaur. PS5 also gets the YouTube TV app. It's out there now. If you have a PS5, it's now available for you to download. That is also another big gripe I have. I cannot gripe against the Xbox. I don't have an Xbox. But PlayStation does not have as many apps as I would like them to use. Like Discovery Plus and stuff like that. I'd be watching a lot of Food Channel shows. All right? And like, and also some spoopy shows as well and crime shows. And I can't because I got to go on my TV and watch it through the TV where I'm like, I'm already on my PS5, bro. Like, I just want to pull up the app here. But like, no, because you guys might know, you might know this, you might not. But like a lot of the times the console apps are much better than your TV apps because they get the updates first than your smart TVs do.
That's why I use my Xbox as my source of all the console apps.
Smart man.
I don't name it. I guess that's all of the apps are there, and it's my Xbox because guess what? I have all the apps.
Remember they told you that was going to be the complete console. Remember that? I remember that Xbox One. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I still use the Xbox One for it too.
Oh yeah. Well,
I basically moved it to be like, all right, you're my TV console now.
100%. BK.
it's a good get for PlayStation here because I don't know if you guys know YouTube and YouTube/Google and Roku are having a pissing match over something with the streaming rights, and so yeah, you can't use like a Roku device and watch YouTube TV anymore, which directly affects me because my TV has the Roku interface, which
Oh.
really pisses me the fuck off. Will I download the YouTube TV app on my PlayStation 5? No, because I'm not watching TV on it.
I understand.
I turn it on to play games. If I want to watch TV on something, I'll watch it on the Xbox.
Oh yeah, see there it is. There it is.
Regardless,
Xbox has all the
great
apps.
app get. Great app get nonetheless.
It is. It is. Yeah, that's a good point though, because Roku they've been having issues like that with YouTube, and it is really frustrating. My biggest thing is definitely like I was just like, hey man, get some more apps, please. I really appreciate it. So I can just do it all right there. I said if I had the Xbox, sure, I'd probably just use the Xbox for it. But since I got the PlayStation, I'm like, hey, make it happen, a-holes. Let's move on here. PlayStation is facing a lawsuit over their digital storefront exclusivity. The argument being made is that Sony has a monopoly as you can only purchase digital games from their storefront. Sony stopped other retailers from selling digital codes back in 2019. Oh, that's why I can't find digital codes on Amazon.
Boom.
Wow, I've been so mad about that for like the last year, and I could not figure out why.
It was Amazon's fault.
The ruling could also affect Nintendo as they do the same thing. They sure do. Nintendo sure does. However, Nintendo also lets you buy the codes in the little cards at the stores, at Best Buy, at Target, at all those things.
Yeah, they do let you do that.
I'll give them that. Whereas PlayStation, yeah, it's all the... Dang. Man, that like just blew my mind because I've been so mad. I was like mad at Amazon. I was like, why don't you have these? Like I see the Xbox code, but like where's the PlayStation one? Because like listen again, I've moved into a digital zone. I don't really buy physical copies anymore. So like Marvel's Avengers had to buy a physical because it was on sale on Amazon for like $25, right? And I was like, oh, all right, guess I'll get the code. And they're like, no, you only get physical. And I was so mad about it. And now that made me think. So
yeah, well, and apparently it said in the lawsuit that there's like quite a few games on there that you're paying more for because if you want to do digital because you can only get it from their store than like actually going to a brick and mortar and just getting a physical disc. They said like sometimes there's 175% price differential like from the PlayStation store compared to brick and mortar. So we'll see. I hope Sony loses this one because I think that's honest crap. Like it's like only having like one app store, like literally like on your phone, like essentially, where it's like, all right, you can only do this.
Oh, Apple.
Yeah,
it's kind of the argument that we're seeing, which is beautifully put because we're moving into what has just been. I don't even know what is going on anymore. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney confirmed that Sony is the only company that requires a fee be paid to support crossplay. This news came out amongst other tantalizing pieces of information in Epic's court case versus Apple. Yeah, there's so much going on here, but the biggest thing was that, like, I can go back to, I don't even know if it was even called Big J and BB Show at the time. It might have been something before that. Where Joey and I would like talk about PlayStation with the whole crossplay thing, and like when they had that spiel where like one of the people I think he was the president at the time of Sony, and he's like, think of the kids. The kids are gonna get bullied and talked to by these Xbox. Like they made out like us Xbox kids were like the devil. And I was like, what is wrong with it? And that was been our biggest thing. Yeah, right. So that was always our running joke. Was like, oh, think of the kids, PlayStation. Think of the kids. And the fact that they like made this as difficult as possible for Epic to get Fortnite, which was the biggest thing. Fortnite was also, Epic was also pushing Xbox to get rid of the whole you have to have gold to play free to play games, which that should have been gone a long time ago. They finally did it recently, but should have been gone a long time ago. And that was all part of it because Fortnite was like, Epic used Fortnite in a lot of ways here because it became arguably one of the biggest games in the world. So like they were able to kind of muscle their way through things and be like, no, like you need to do this. And I understand the reason you have to have Sony on board of crossplay because obviously over 100 million PlayStation 4s are sold. That was where a majority of the players were, right? Xbox and Nintendo, they're all cool with it. Let's rock and roll. Let's get it done. But Sony was the hang up here. BK, do you have anything else off the top of your head or anything that came out to you that I didn't mark down that you wanted to bring up, or just this in general? But I didn't know if you saw other things.
Yeah, I've been reading in my spare time about it and trying to listen to some stuff. Well, and also with the whole Epic having to pay Sony for like the crossplay, to where if you have a linked account across multiple platforms or consoles in this case, and you spend more money on the competitor, so Xbox or Nintendo in this case, Epic owes Sony even more money because they track all that stuff. There's like a percentage if it like hits it at a certain point. Epic owes them more money, which is like also just incredibly messed up. It's just whenever they say like, oh, PlayStation is for the gamers, it's like it's really not. Like I get business wise why they're doing it. It makes absolute sense, but at the same time, you got to sit back and be like, well, it is kind of messed up. And the main court case here, just in case people are curious, is that Epic kind of, and I think we actually touched upon this like months and months ago. Mm-hmm. It may have actually honestly been a year, because court cases take a while. Epic was just like, we're not going to pay you the biggest fee for all that money anymore. Like any in-app purchase you make in Fortnite, Apple gets a cut of that, 30%. Fun fact. And so that's like where all this like stemming from. They're like, all right, like this is kind of, and they were just, Epic literally just wants Apple to come down on that price. And so that's why Microsoft's being called in and all this other stuff. And Sony's getting called in just because like about common practices, best business practices, all that good stuff. And part of Apple's case against Epic is that in console purchases, and like we actually talked about this a week or two ago, so I'm tying in all the episodes here.
Bam.
Is that the cut for when you have a game on the Windows Store, Sony Store, Nintendo Store, 30% cut for those. And so like that's part of the argument. It's like, well, when you buy the game, there's like a 30% cut, but not like the in-app like the in-game purchases. There's not the 30% cut. I forget what it is. It's much less.
Yeah, because now, if I could be wrong, but I believe now in Fortnite, like if I go to buy V-Bucks, right, I don't get hit taxed anymore. They stopped that a long time ago. They stopped that about a year ago, right when all this happened. They that was like their big move. That's where all this stemmed from, because they decided to like you're not gonna have to pay the taxes on it no more, which is basically the fee. It would have been the fee I would give to probably goes to PlayStation or whatever or Xbox, but they got rid of that. And they're like, no, if it's $9.99 for V-Bucks, that's what you're gonna pay is $9.99. So yeah, I can see where this is becoming an issue.
Yeah, and Epic's trying to probably take a moral high ground approach, even though they're like not necessarily doing that to be the antagonist against them a little bit, because they're just like, well, this hurts all developers, kind of that's their stance. Which yes, it does, but they're obviously doing this to protect like their own wallets. Because I think they like right now they owe Sony or Epic owes Apple, over like $200 and some odd million that they're just like right now they're just like, nah, not all the cases happening.
Right, and then they also it was revealed in there too like how much money they're down in the debt for the Epic Store, and that it's going to take multiple years before that actually becomes profitable as well, which is interesting. Yeah,
well, that's how like Netflix was for a long time, and Amazon actually had a like when Bezos like first started it, I believe it was either a 10 or 15 year approach where he knew they weren't going to be profitable, but that was the idea, essentially, to not be profitable, to build up the infrastructure so
which
that they
like
could
Game Pass.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I used to open up restaurants for a restaurant chain called Cheddar's. I don't know if anyone's ever been there, but used to open them up a lot in the southeast area, and they projected the restaurants won't even make money for 6 to 8 months whenever they open up a brand new one, just because having all the people in there to train them, get them going, the extra high food costs because you're not sure what the levels are yet, because you usually need a year of data going in to know which days are going to be higher or lower. There's a lot of things, so it's not necessarily uncommon that I would not expect the Epic Store to make like money right now, and that's why Xbox hasn't talked about the Game Pass and how much money it's making or losing, but I don't expect them to be making any money. But honestly, like as a consumer, that shouldn't really affect you. Like, unless you really enjoy the service, then spend more money on it if you want. Vote with your wallet.
100%. David, here your thoughts on that. Sony ended up being the one that said, you're going to pay us for us to do crossplay.
Sounds like the Sony move. BK basically touched quite a bit on it already, so I'm not shocked on Sony doing something like that. They've always been that type of person where we're not going to do crossplay. They've always been the negative approach and never wanted to do it. We were surprised that we even got it for Warzone. So, but yeah, I did definitely start with Fortnite. So yeah, going into the Epic store and all of that stuff. We'll see how that turns out to be. As for them, what's odd with that is I thought Epic and Sony have like a partnership.
So they're like this. Like, that's what I always thought is. It's like this. Yeah.
It's like this, but it's like, hey, you gotta pay me to be like this. So that's what it is. So like, Sony's paying Epic, or basically Epic's paying Sony to be my friend. That's what it sounds like.
Kinda, right? Yeah. Because like they show off the Unreal Engine stuff during Sony events.
Yeah. So
weird.
I maybe Epic's like, hey, can we not like loosen up this agreement now? I don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know what's Epic's future. Obviously, they need something big to go along with Fortnite at some point. Like another big, like probably like Fortnite too, right? But I don't know when that is in the works. That's probably their next big hitter. If I had to project. But it's definitely that's not coming out like anytime soon. So yeah, kind of see. I don't know what's going on with the court case. I haven't really followed up on it. I kind of stopped caring.
I got involved. I
Yeah.
started watching it as soon as I saw they brought like a PS5 and an Xbox into the courtroom, because I always love when older people are involved in this when it comes to this stuff, because they're just asking really silly questions. Like someone said something about Xbox, and like one of the people were like, "Which one?" And they're like, "What?" Because like there's obviously multiple Xboxes. It's just
say Xbox. Yeah, pull out like the original Xbox
with the Duke controller. Oh yeah,
that would have been freaking hilarious. They were just trolling on did that. Yeah, they just like shut up. Oh my gosh,
it's fantastic. Yeah, this is very, very hard to follow. Something that's not very hard to follow, and if you are confused, Junior's going to break it down for you real quick. WoW Classic Burning Crusade, originally when I wrote these notes, may have been leaked by Battle.net, and it definitely was. There was an image that was claiming it was going to be June 1st. Blizzard today said, yeah, it will launch June 1st, and if you're looking for time zone-wise, it's 4 p.m. Central Time here in the United States. But, Junior, there's something that we talked about during the BlizzCon Online. What could this mean? Could there be a Blizzard shop inside WoW Classic? So what is the update on that?
So it has been confirmed that there will be a Battle.net shop, which to me is just a bunch of BS, such a
malarkey.
Yeah, because we've touched upon it before when Classic was coming out.
Yep.
Is how far were they going to run with Classic? Were they going to go through all the expansions? Were they going to, like stop at a certain point or whatever? And then I asked, a question is like, how far would Classic go before it becomes retail? Like before all the stuff that's been implemented into retail to make it like, the ease of life, quests and all that stuff, before it gets put into Classic. And we got our answer. One expansion is all it lasted before it became what retail is. If people that don't know what the Battle Shop is, you pretty much go on there and you're able to purchase either pets, mounts, character transfers, things like that. The things that make your gaming experience easier, which is great and all for retail, because everybody has so many characters and things like that. They just want to be able to jump in, play the game. And if they have to, like switch something or whatever, that's what the shop is for. But with Classic, I mean, they catered Classic, or at least they catered it to us as being this is the old school game that everybody grew up with and loved. That they were not really going to change anything at all. And this is, going to be the hardcore grind that everybody remembers.
Yeah.
Well, how long does that promise last?
Not very long.
To me, exactly. And to me, it's just like a big middle finger to the face, from Blizzard to us. It's like, yeah, we lied. You're still going to play it, though, so F off.
Yeah, here's my biggest problem with it is, like you said, like, so I remember, okay, a young lad, young Ryan Green Machine Ebner, his first experience with WoW, for real, was Burning Crusade. And Burning Crusade was dope. Like, it's just a super dope expansion. It was still difficult. And I wasn't playing WoW Classic, so I wasn't gonna jump back into it. I was like, it's fine. I remember what it was. I don't need to do it again. But when we talked about it and that the idea of could they add the shop to it, to me at the time, like, well, that just seems kind of stupid. Because if you do that, you're basically, for people that don't know, if you play retail WoW right now, you can play any expansion you want. You can do any of them. Okay, you start the game, you get to like whatever level 10 or whatever it is. You go talk to the person, and then you pick what quest lines do you want to go down. Do you want to go through Burning Crusade? Do you want to go through Cataclysm or Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, Drain, all of them, whatever one you want, you do it. So to do WoW Classic, to bring us back to Burning Crusade Classic, but to add in the shop, just seems kind of really, really counterproductive to me. It really, really is. And I understand that you don't have to pay extra to use WoW Classic anyway. It comes with your standard WoW membership. But to Junior's point, it really is like a middle finger to Classic players that like have invested their time back into this, right? And to do this, and they're really excited to go jump back into Burning Crusade, and for it to be basically the same as if you just play Burning Crusade through retail if you want now. Like, it just seems so, like I say, very counterproductive to me.
Yeah, and for like the argument, because I could already hear people in my head, like, well, just don't use it. Like, that's not the point. The point is that you might as well just play retail at this point.
Right.
It's the exact same thing now. I mean, yeah, it's slightly harder, but that's it. Put some handicaps on yourself while playing retail. It's gonna be the exact same experience.
Right. 100%. So yeah, that comes June 1st, everybody. If you're still interested, I see Mike is going through the Dark Portal June 1st, and to David's point, no one cares. So sorry, Mike. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, internet may not work on June 1st for him. Apparently, sorry.
Right at 4 p.m.
Crashed.
Oh, there it is, Mike. But yeah, Dark Portal opens June 1st. Everybody, jump through, or just literally log in and go make a character and go play Burning Crusade on retail. So. You try that lisp there for a second, dude. Do what you gotta do. Speaking of Blizzard lost millions of active monthly users. However, there are more revenue and more profit. Blizzard had 27 million active users for quarter one of 2021, which would be January to March, in case you're curious. That would be down from 32 million in quarter one of last year. However, the revenue has gone up year over year, 7%. So there you go. Still making money. Just not as many active users.
Yeah, it goes back to the shop, because you got so many people dropping off, or such amount of people coming back, or whatever. But things like when they come back, yeah, exactly. It's either the tokens, or it's the fact that they have friends that want to play or whatever, and so decides to make a certain character either on the Alliance or on the Horde. Well, now you got to change your character over to one side or the other so you can play with them.
Yeah,
that's pretty much where all the money's coming from, is from the shop.
But they're still making that money, still laying off people. Crazy. Also crazy. Diablo Immortal confirmed for a 2021 release globally. And if you're upset, I just want everybody to remember, you all have phones, don't you? Don't forget. What a great BlizzCon moment. What a just absolute great moment. Yeah, but Diablo Immortal for your phones coming out this year, everybody. Stay tuned. Will I try it? Probably not. More Stadia devs have left. 6 Stadia employees have left to join Haven Studios, which is founded by ex-Stadia VP Jade Raymond. Haven Studios currently is working on an original IP for PlayStation. So again, here you go. Continuing on there. Stadia just keeps dropping off. I'm just waiting for Stadia to be done.
Yeah, I mean,
just for them to finally go bankrupt.
Or not even because it's Google, obviously, but like, just they'll can it.
Yeah,
I know it's happening. It's going to happen.
It's the future. Really, just seems like xCloud, and I'll be nice and throw in PS Now, but meh. Like and one of the things that came up in the case that it actually fits in right now is that Walmart has been working on a cloud gaming thing.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Cloud gaming service, which is like, I mean, if you thought Amazon getting into this was weird, well, Walmart's getting in on it too. So
more of a Target guy myself.
That's how nutty the gaming space is right now. I feel like it just took some of these big companies like up here into the past few years. So like, wow, this this gaming stuff, you can make like a lot of money, like continuously over and over again. And I think we all do, but they were slow on the uptake.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, Walmart getting involved really blows my mind. Like I said, I'm a Target guy myself. Maybe Costco. So I ain't gonna
Do you
get this
think
Walmart
Lowe's?
streaming. Who?
Lowe's?
Oh, Lowe's, dude. We're gonna get Lowe's and Home Depot coming in on this. It's gonna be great. Be a great
Yeah,
time.
they gotta chime in on that farm simulator, and like
That's
This is
who
actually
power washing simulators
The
for.
The mowing one?
Yeah, the lawn mowing one. Can't wait, dude. I love it.
Lowe's is actually owned by Walmart, like the same purchasing group.
and then you're
There
gonna have
you
DHL with the transportation, the truck simulator.
Oh, never, ever, ever. Oh my lord! I already get mad when I see the vans like on the street. I'm like, get out of here! Get out of here! God.
I could picture you like in GTA 6 if it appears like you see a DHL van, you're just gonna crash into
Every
it or
time.
rob it on purpose.
Rocket something every single time.
Start chucking grenades out the window.
Oh, dude. Carlos knows, man. Carlos knows. We talk that every time. Like, it's always happens to be either when you're off work or you're like you just got off or your day off, and you'll see one and you're just like I literally one day I was going to Chick-fil-A and the line didn't even look bad, man. Didn't even look bad. And I saw the DHL van in line and I was like, I'm good. And I just kept going. I ain't got time for this. You're not gonna ruin my day. You're not gonna ruin my day, I tell you what. Speaking of ruining your day, hey, Jesus Luzardo of the Oakland A's broke his finger 4 hours before their game against the Orioles. Now, you are probably asking yourself, Ryan, that is for Tuesdays. That is not for Thursday talk. But I threw it in there because he actually broke his pinky playing video games. He did say it wasn't a rage moment, and it was like some freak thing, I guess, where his pinky hit the table with the controller, and all before the show, we all agreed, no, that would be a rage moment. There was probably some type of rage involved there, so he couldn't play the O's that day. He's actually has a hairline fracture, so he's out. He's out indefinitely right now. So, jacked up his pinky, bro. Out here playing Warzone, getting beat by the cheaters, getting pissed.
Him saying that it wasn't a rage moment is like us saying we don't watch anime.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I literally, that's all I do. So,
I mean, you know, I'm
like,
like,
he's still getting paid, so he don't care.
Right?
He's like, I don't want to play the O's. I don't want to do that. He didn't want to get no hit. I get it. Watch out, baby.
right, there you go.
Watch out. John
What can I use
Maines.
as an excuse? Boom. There we go.
Boom. I did mention that.
Is Trevor Bauer cutting his finger on a drone or breaking a pinky on in a rage quit moment video game?
This is worse. This is definitely worse. This is awful. Do you remember? I think a couple of years ago there was issues like people were blaming like why the Red Sox suck so bad because their clubhouse was playing Fortnite all the time. No, they just suck, bro. Like it has nothing to do with them playing Fortnite.
I remember that. Yeah, Price was still on the Red Sox.
Yeah,
then.
David Price was like the one like running it, and
yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, people like get a break.
Let it go. They just suck. I did mention Apex Legends earlier, and they set a new player record for the launch of Season 9, 241,882 concurrent players on Steam alone. That would be why the server had so many issues when the season launched. So, there you go. Apex Legends Season 9, pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, I was enjoying it. Like I said, got a couple dubs with the homie, and felt good to me. I was like, dope. I'm good now. I can bounce off. I feel pretty good. A hockey player strained his back eating pancakes. That's why it's weak, man.
Now, if he was eating like what The Rock eats, you've seen how many pancakes he has on each cheat day, then maybe I could see why he could strain his back, because that man, that's a lot of pancakes he eats on his cheat day. But I don't see any reason why a hockey player should strain his back eating
First off,
pancakes.
I don't know why you're eating pancakes when waffles are always available. You know what I'm saying?
Waffles have abs in them. They're better. They're healthier for you.
I had some hotcakes this morning though because I went to McDonald's. So
Oof.
Hotcakes.
Okay, you get those hotcakes and sausage, dude. Nice.
yeah, my iced coffee was great.
There you go. There it is.
I don't usually get it that much, so
Oof.
I'm not a morning person.
I don't blame you.
It's a treat when you wake up early enough to go get it. It's like,
And the whole time you're like, is breakfast until 10:30 or is it 10? The whole time. You always think that. You're like, nope, it's 10:30. Like, okay.
Guess I can.
Isn't it all day now?
No.
Only some of it is.
Some stuff. Majority. I think some McDonald's got rid of it. Not everyone. I think like the sausage egg McMuffin. I think is all day. That's about it.
I know they had the what's it called, the McGriddles. They had those all
these
day,
were-
but then they pulled out.
I think they tried it, and I don't think it was successful, so I think they stopped it.
Oh, jeez, I was buying when I was working over at. I was buying them after work every day.
Every day?
Pretty much, man. At least get.
I don't even know the last time I went to a McDonald's. I couldn't tell you.
Dude, hats off to you, bro.
Today.
Hats off
For
to
me,
you. You
It
are.
was,
More-
8 hours ago. No,
More Taco
10
Bell.
hours ago.
Oh, hey. Hey, listen, I will also take Taco Bell over McDonald's. That's like our buddy Nick hasn't had McDonald's in years. Joey Real Talk of Toronto, same way, hasn't had McDonald's in a long time. So for you guys that don't have it, hats off to you. For the rest of us here in America, and it's like crack. It is what it is. You gotta fight the addiction somehow. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake arrives on Switch June 25th. That'll be pretty dope. We also heard the next Fable is using the Forza engine. I don't even know what that means, but that's cool. See what it is. Am I gonna be racing stuff in Fable? No, I know that's not what it means. I know the engine's just. I understand. I understand what it is. That's cool.
I was gonna make some comments, but I'll save them for the after hours still.
Save it for after the stream. There it is. Roblox notches 202 million estimated monthly users, an all-time high. And Carlos, that would if I don't think you might be in bed, but if you are here or you're listening later, this is me calling you out again in Roblox, bro. 1v1 me in Roblox. Let me know when you're down,
I don't even know what Roblox is.
dude. And at this point, I'm too scared to ask.
Right? Yeah,
I
it's just
played
like,
it once, and the best way I can like describe it is like a kiddie version of GTA. It's just mayhem
Fantastic.
happening everywhere.
it's
Fantastic.
just right everywhere.
Mayhem.
Oh, okay.
That's why you get Allstate to protect yourself from mayhem. I understand.
Hey, I have all state
Nice.
so
Boom.
Allstate, slide into our DMs. DMs are open, Allstate.
Always.
Damage pod.
Always give me a discount on my insurance. That's cool. So this past God, can you imagine that's the first sponsorship of God was Allstate.
Not even a
Yeah.
game.
That's actually pretty freaking awesome.
That'd be pretty hype.
I mean, I would have to switch over. I have
Yeah,
Allstate right now,
sponsorship
so.
I would
No
also have to
Farm
switch.
Bureau, so.
I would have to switch.
I'm just gonna say, hey, the best way to transfer your PlayStation 5 from Best Buy is with Allstate. Got to protect it from mayhem.
Always in good
Bam.
hands. Always in good hands. This week was a great week for nerds everywhere. May the 4th be with you was another day, and then we had Revenge of the 5th. So I thought it was a great time, and so did GameSpot and the MPD group, to reveal the top 10 best-selling Star Wars games in the U.S. This is from January 1995 to March 2021. Number 10, Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic. Number 9, Star Wars Battlefront, the original one from 2004. Number 8, Lego Star Wars. Oh, these are so good. Number 7, Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. Number 6, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2005. Number 5, Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Number 4, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Number 3, Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2017. Number 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And number 1, Star Wars Battlefront from 2015. It didn't surprise me that all the newer games are at the top of the list. Obviously, game and prices have gone up over the years, so it makes sense why they've sold more too, got more money. So, pretty dope. But yeah, there you go. Star Wars
I'm
Battlefront.
surprised KOTOR's not on there anywhere, like any of the KOTORs.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Knights of the Old Republic. Fantastic.
Yep.
Remake. Can't wait. It's going to be good. But yeah, enjoy your. I hope everyone had a wonderful Star Wars holidays this week. Hope they were great. HTC will be working with Bandai Namco to bring anime VR to life. And I'll tell you, the Weebisode homies are pumped. I don't know what this means. I don't know if I get to be Kirito. I don't know. But damn it, we're closer, Junior. We are closer to it being a reality.
Like, it's awesome and all, but at the same time, like, you gotta think of shows like That Hack and SAO. Like, are we gonna get trapped? Like,
Hey, if it happens, it happens, bro. I've got a succession plan for the show. Like, what happens if I go? So, like, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But you gotta find it. It's hidden, so y'all gotta find it.
Wouldn't Overlord to a certain degree?
Yep.
Yeah,
Overlord.
Overlord.
Yep, nailed it. Yep. There we go. See what happens, man. Oh, like
I'm so
literally.
proud.
Yeah. I love it. I'm in. Let's do it. Let's get. Oh man, it'd be so cool. Even if I get stuck, it'd be cool. I'm all for it. It's fine.
Yeah, nothing going on.
Yeah, Whatever. Sounds way easier, man. Pretty cool. Ubisoft's expanding the Division universe. The Division Heartland will be a new free-to-play game coming out, I believe, later either this year or early 2022. They have a mobile game in development because why not? Plus, the Netflix series starring Jake Gyllenhaal is still in the works. They have a novel coming out that takes place after Division 2 and is actually going to talk about how the outbreak has affected different regions of the United States. That's pretty cool. Yeah, good book to look out for. And then Division 2 new content, of course, we're going to get that too. I wish I could love that game more because I do enjoy the Division. I really, really do. I enjoyed both of them. But like to jump back into a game when you just haven't in so long, it's too hard.
Yeah, no. I liked the first one and I played it, and then I actually never picked up the second one. I don't know.
It's a good story. It's a good game. It's just it's hard to like. Once you get out of a live service game like that and then you jump back in, you're just kind of like, oh, it's like Destiny.
I think when you start getting older, and I think Junior can relate, maybe it's just like it's so hard to keep up with the live service games because it's like they're all big time sinks where you're just like, all right, like it's almost like when you're in like if it's like school, you're like, all right, I have to do like an hour of this, and then I gotta do an hour of this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I agree with you to a point, but with Destiny now, they've really like try to work around that now. If you're able to play for like at least a good 45 minutes, like brand new campaign or whatever, like the latest game campaign, you're pretty much close, or not, I don't want to say close, but you're able to do end game content by the time you're done playing the main storyline. Because they have a lot of different catch-up mechanics to try to help new players get to the point where they can enjoy the endgame content.
That's a good point. It's also a good point. But Division 2, I always remember I was into it. Super awesome. We got pretty far. We got to a point where Alex and I were trying to like do this like raid or whatever it was. And like we had the level or something, but the game kept crashing. And like I just never went back to it then. Like I just stopped. I was like, yeah, it's fine. What it is. I'm just not going back. But I do love the Division. I love the story of the Division. That's why that novel seems very interesting to me, as well as a show on Netflix with Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, run it. I'm excited. I do love it. It's one of those things, Ubisoft, like, they have the right idea, and it is a good idea. It's just, it doesn't have that sustaining energy for me, I guess that's a good way to put it. A new Battle Royale has entered the chat. Super Animal Royale arrives June 1st on Xbox and in-game preview, and then a launch date for the PS5 and Switch will be soon to follow. Crossplay and cross-save support. It's currently a free-to-play game on the PC. It is a 64-player, top-down, 2D Battle Royale where animals are in charge. No humans. They've already had their time. Now you have animals that like riding other animals. It's weird, man. It's weird. I watched the video on it. I was like, I don't know what this is, but like when it comes out, bet like I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Like someone was playing as a fox. I thought that was kind of cool. It's pretty dope. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out after the stream now too, because now I'm interested even more. Illumination.
What does the fox say,
dude? Yep, 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 yep. Oh man, that's gonna be stuck in my head now for a hot minute. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be.
What does the fox say?
Oh man, yep, gonna be pissed. Illumination CEO. God damn it. I'll try. All right. Illumination CEO Chris Meledandri will join Nintendo as an outside director. That's the first. He's the first American to hold such a position. If you didn't know, Illumination, right? They were the ones that have come up with the Despicable Me and the Minion movies. So, all pretty dope. Pretty sweet. I think that wraps up all the gaming news we have, I believe. Anything else anybody wants to add?
Nintendo Switch, it crossed 85 million, I think earlier this month. So yeah, it's getting close to that 100 million mark. It'll probably get there before the year's out, with the rumored Switch Pro.
Oh man,
supposed to be coming this fall. Get ready, people. I'll reiterate this again. If you want a Switch Pro, get ready. It's going to be just as bad as it was for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. It's still bad. It's still hard to get those. It's going to be just as bad for the Nintendo Switch Pro. It's going to be terrible.
100%. If you need one, you got to make sure you reach out to David on Twitter at Undead Black Bull. Maybe cut some type of deal with him. He does a really good job of finding these systems and these consoles, so you'll have to talk to him about it, because otherwise, Godspeed to you. Godspeed. But yeah, man, getting close to that 100 million mark for the Switch. Super pumped for that. Like I said, they're definitely going to hit it by the year's end. And that's awesome. They are doing it lickety split really quick.
And Mario Kart has sold over 35 million copies.
10 million, over 10 million alone last year.
Yeah, over a 40% attach rate for Mario Kart on the Switch.
And that is why I can't get a Mario Kart 9. That is why. I want one. I want a brand new Mario Kart, because people forget that this Mario Kart 8 is literally from the Wii U. So, like, it's been out for a hot minute, dude.
Yep. Same one.
Absolutely hot minute. Oh, my Lord. Like, give me another. Again, the Switch doing great, and it's so crazy, like, what they did last year, and, like, with no games. I shouldn't say no games, but, like, the main game that came out was Animal Crossing, which also did well. Obviously, AM Nation Pod, Game of the Year 2020. But... damn, yeah, the Switch doing great things, having great numbers, and Mario Kart that is disgusting. A 40% attach rate, that is absolutely disgusting. That it's almost everyone that owns a Switch has a Mario Kart. That's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. David, do you have Mario Kart with your Switch?
Yeah, like half of the systems came with it.
Oh,
so some of those were,
that's true too.
a lot of the bundles that were like for Christmas time, any of the stores, you bought the system, it came with Mario Kart.
Kind of like Miles Morales with the PS5, yes.
Yeah, so it basically came with. That's why their sales will always be so high, is because I'm assuming they're counting it, even though it was included in the game. Yeah. So they really didn't make anything extra from it, but they're still going to count it as, we sold it as a number. So
that's why
advantage, because I think it should be Animal Crossing, but it's okay.
Well, that's why Wii Sports is so high, the first one, because it was bundled in with all the Wiis. So that's why
it is.
The attach rate for that's nuts.
You know what? Give me some Wii Sports. I'll take a Wii Sports 2 for the Switch.
Oh, give me a remastered one, and I would be all over that.
Tell you what.
Well, yeah, basically the same thing, but I wouldn't mind something new to go with it, though.
See, it makes me wonder, is Wii Sports a top 5 Nintendo game of all time?
Yes.
I think it might be.
Top 5.
It has to be, because how big it was on the Wii. People literally bought the Wii just to play that type of game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
play the Wii Sports.
I remember just doing the bowling and the college dorm room, just like non-stop drinking and
anything. The tennis.
I definitely didn't want to do those things in real life. I only wanted to do them on the Wii. I remember like one person like came over and they were like, "Oh, like we can just go to like the AMF lanes," and I was like, and we were like, "Why?"
We have a Wii.
But
yeah. They're like real balls. I'm like, no.
So how the Big Bang Theory, they're like us, right? They don't want to go out, right? So they're boxing, right? And I just remember the episode. Leonard knocks out, I think, Howard, and he's just jumping around. He's like, "Stay down, bitch!" And he's just hopping around. And his mouth like, what the? So I know I could say that because he said that in a TV show. So not $5.
These cursing rules are inconsistent at best. I would like a guide.
Where's the TOS?
I need to know the rules
on the Twitch page.
I need the TOS for this stream specifically.
That's what I'm talking about.
Forget about the Twitch TOS. I need a TOS for this one.
If you could say it on a TV show, like on CBS, like a network, not like HBO, because HBO you can say anything.
Right.
That's the guideline.
Okay, I'm picking up. Also, Carlos, see in the chat there. Anything on GTA? I will point out, everybody and their mother started freaking out because Rockstar is hiring like game testers, and people are like, "This is it. It's happening. This is it." And it's like, no, it's not for GTA 6. Everybody, it's not. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, no, just another decade. Like PlayStation 6, Xbox Series Z.
I wouldn't say a decade. I would say like another 3 years.
Oh, mega.
The next.
So they're
it's not coming out on these consoles. When it comes out, it'll still probably release on these, but it'll also release on the next gens. Like probably at this same time. They'll do
so basically, they're gonna miss a a whole 2 generations. They're gonna miss 2 whole generations.
Well, they didn't miss 2 because they did put them out on the PS4 and the Xbox
but
One.
it didn't initially release on it.
Well, it was close enough.
So they're not gonna really release on the new console then, or on neither of these consoles. Yeah, you could say it released on the last console, but it didn't come out for that console.
No, it came out on the 360 and all that, but it did literally a month later. The consoles dropped and they had a version for it. But yeah, you are correct.
You get what I'm saying, though, right? So that it doesn't count as the release for that because it came out on the prior gen.
It's a good point.
It was a re-release, though, because didn't they make it better than
gens, though?
It didn't really do anything for it.
That's it's just crazy to think that you could go if you go through 2 gens, though.
Yeah, that is insane to think about. I honestly, I have pegged this as by 2025, GTA 6 will be out. That is where I've pegged it at. In 4 years, you will have a GTA 6.
25?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. It has to happen.
I'll shop at that. You want to shop at that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll shop at
if
that.
we remember. That's some time away.
Under on this here, yeah. Everyone pick a year.
Yeah, I'm all on 2025. By 2025. I think so. I mean, I'm down. I'm down to shop at this. Let's get it.
Did they just come out with some online content?
Wait, we been shots?
I think so. Oh, yes, Junior, we are betting shots. Sorry. Did they come out with more content? Of course.
Yeah, online stuff. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
And so,
with new content, story-based. People don't like playing online.
No, story-based, no. Story has been done since it first came out.
Yes, but there's other people that don't. So
I say my man Carlos out here online.
Carlos disagrees.
Gang. Look at gang. Gang.
But I think at one point they're gonna be like, "Hey, we want a new game too."
Yeah.
I mean, they still play it, but I think they want a new one still.
Of course. I mean, it's like what did he? We were doing the Mortal Kombat. I think Junior, and you asked him if he has it on the PC. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I got a Tesla." Because he's got the Tesla. Speaking of, real quick here, did you see the mod where in Resident Evil Village, they made all the vampire people,
dude, I just saw the picture of that.
That's awesome.
Traumatized.
We're all trying to break through the door like a Shane.
Dude, absolutely traumatizing. That is awful. Absolutely awful. That was the last piece of news that I didn't mention. That it did drop, or it's about to drop, and it was pegged in the 80s, giving me about 14 points, I believe. So get me back in the swing of things with that and Pokemon Snap. So it's what you love to see. Love to see it. Trying to repeat here. Although people paid attention right away this time and started picking up games a little bit quicker, so I'm having a little bit of a tough time here.
I told you that's all you have to do to win this game. All you have to do is actually draft games that release or pick them up. Voila.
We need Junior to start, picking up some games here.
I did. Mike did. Everyone. Mike doesn't care anymore because he's dumb. But
he's done. He's in the negatives.
He's like, I did it for a joke. I was like, yeah, it doesn't work that way.
Nah.
And Dan's too busy schmoozing it up with, Phoenix Suns and Arizona Cardinals players. So, he can't. He has no time to be fancy with us low lives.
I get it. Shout out to you, Dan. You're kicking ass taking names. There it is. I think that does actually wrap up the show.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I got a new follow.
Oh, you got a follow? Awesome. There you go. Brian Judd, dude. Welcome. There you go. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to the episode 168. Man, we are getting closer and closer to that episode 200. I love to see it. As always, you can find the show on Twitter and Instagram at AMNationPod. Follow us on both of those. On YouTube, search Amalgamation Nation and hit that sub button. On podcast platforms such as Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and more, you can listen to the show. Search Amalgamation Nation. Listen to all of our shows there. Make sure you follow us on those. You sub, you leave a comment, nice stuff, and you share it with a friend. We appreciate all of that. If you have any questions or comments and want to be a part of the show, leave a voicemail or text the show at 815-556-9089. I mentioned earlier the GG app. Make sure download it. It's the perfect way to organize your backlog or to make a list of what you've played this year, what you like. You can leave reviews, all that good stuff. And when you download it, make sure you search us. It's at AM Nation Pod on there as well. Like I said, did my first review on new Pokemon Snap pretty sweet. And BK's got a ton of reviews on there as well. We stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on twitch.tv/undeadblackbowl. Make sure you follow David on here and give him a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub a month. So give it to Undead Blackpool. And for the month of May, we're raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. We're at over $100 currently, but if we hit 500, I take a pie to the face live on stream. So go ahead and donate there. You can find the link below on twitch.tv/undeadblackbowl. It's right down there. Or you can find it on @AmNationPod on our pinned tweet and on David's Twitter as well @UndeadBlackbowl. So go ahead and do that so we can nail the $500 and I take a pie to the face. So there we go. Anything? Oh, follow Carlos too, dude. There you go. Got you, bro. Follow him at Carlos_A_8 El Primo. There it is. Make sure you guys hit him up on iPhone. Play some Apple games with him. Do what you got to do. Carlos, you can post your number in there. I'm not gonna do it. All right, Junior, take us away with the quote of the week.
In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost.
Man, that was deep. That was pretty deep, Junior. Nice quote. As always, everybody, be healthy, take care of one another, be kind.